So I'm back to playing one-on-one, and you can't beat Warwick one-on-one, right? Because I thought to myself, all right, his main strength is in mana, okay? Mana, right? So once he goes out of mana, he cannot heal anymore or can't do his ridiculous damage and do his healing. But you have to understand, all Warwick power, most of it, is in his passives, right? Look, if Warwick is below 50% health, he heals for 100 damage dealt by Eternal Hunger. Okay? So, Eternal Hunger is 22 magic damage per hit. So he will heal for 22 per hit. Now, if Warwick is below 25% health, healing is increased to 250%, right? That means he's gonna be healing for about 60, right? So 22 by 2.5 is 44, and then plus 11, 44, 55. So he'll be healing by 55. Now, still okay, still okay. I'm not gonna complain. Still 55 per hit, all right? Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Warwick, okay, if you are below 50% health, he gets 70% attack speed. 70%. And if you're below 20, he gets 209. All right, so how many hits can he do per second? So how many times can he heal for 55 per second? All right. So let's just look at his healing. Look, so I see an opportunity because I'm thinking to myself, right, he has no mana. 37, there is no ability, right, except for this one. And this one he already used, right? And I know if he uses this, he'll be literally out of mana. So I'm thinking to myself, it's my time to go in because we're about to hit both 6 and he has no mana. Okay. And he got hit by the thing, right? So look at his attack speed. 1.3 attack speed, right? Look. Note, this is just pure auto attacks, right? And I'm like Tryndamere, dude. I have 130 attack speed. Oh, attack, right? Attack damage. And he has like, what, 68. But that doesn't matter because this is not what's causing him to be OP. That's his, this shit, you see? Look. You see, I even ignited him. I was like, no, there's no way he's gonna win this, right? But you see, he just does not take damage. Look at his attack speed. 2,500, 270, 75, right? And look at this thing. Look. $22, right? So he'll be healing without ignite, right? So this is 22, we already did the math, 55, right? And we multiplied that by attack speed, which is 232, right? So we can actually plug that into Excel. So how much will he be healing for? Let me just see that real quick. Right, so he'll be, per hit, he'll be healing 22 multiplied by 2.5, right? That's gonna be his healing. Okay, 55. We need to reduce it by magic resist. Because we need to factor in magic resist as well, right? So how much magic resist do I have? I have 36, it blocks 26 magic damage, okay? So we need to multiply this by 1 minus 0.26, right? So that's gonna give us, yeah, so he's healing 4, okay. And now we need to multiply this by his attack speed, which is 237, I believe, per second, right? Two three nine, right? 239. Yeah, 239. So we multiply this by 2.39. Yeah, so he'll be healing per second, 97 health, right? So how much damage am I doing? So I'm doing 139. Let me just write it out on a piece of paper. So my AD is 139, right? 139, that's my AD. My attack speed is 1.09. I just want to see if I do negative damage. And then his armor is blocks 33 of my AD. Armor 33%. Okay. I'm assuming no crits, right? Because I attacked him with no fury, right? But we can do the maths for so that's his healing. So this is healing per second. So now we need to calculate my DPS per second. DPS, okay? So my AD is 139 multiplied by 1 minus 0.33, right? Because we need to factor in armor. So this will be my damage, and we multiply it by 1.09, factoring attack speed. So I'm doing 101 damage. Right, so my effective damage is my DPS minus his healing per second, right? Yeah, so I'll be doing a 4 damage per second basically against him. Now, if I crit, multiply by 1.75 is the crit, right? Yeah, yeah, but by the time I get to good amount of crit, like I basically have to crit every single auto attack to do 80 damage. And by the time when I get to the point where I can crit every auto attack, he'll have so much armor. And he'll be able to use his cooldowns. So like, yeah, so you just can't, you can't kill him, right? 4 damage per second. And you have to factor in, he has no mana, right? Because if he has also mana, he can activate this, right? And he will heal for additional, oh, that's gonna, but he will heal for additional, like, I don't know, 100 or whatever, 150, right? There's really no way to actually kill him, to be honest with you. Yeah, you see, again, there's just like, again, if he had mana, he could just ult me as well. Which 100% healing as well. And the problem is you can't really, how to say, you can't play for CS because he's so strong early game. You can't really approach him. Like as soon as you approach him, he just chunks you, right? And the lower he chunks you, his attack speed increases because now you're low health, right? So you can't really approach him. So he's like free CSing, and there's really not much you can do against this, right? And if you get him low, that's actually very bad for you. because his passive is now 250%. Like, he's an ultimate counter to Tryndamere because Tryndamere likes to fight on low health, right? Because once you're on low health, your AD increases, right? And typically you have a lot of fury because you've been fighting a lot, right? But if you're on low health, he gets 210 attack speed basically, plus movement speed. You can't really escape from him. Like the ultimate counter to Warwick, I think, would be something like Nasus. Because Nasus can just wither him, right? And with your Q, you outrange him by like 75. And you can just spam your Q from a distance, right? And he can't really do much against this. And then obviously, like, Warwick does not scale well, and Nasus is just a scaling monster. And when you ult, Warwick is not gonna do a lot of damage to you, so he can't really heal a lot. You need a tank against this guy, basically. Otherwise, it's just stupid, right? I mean, doing 4 damage is kind of dumb. You know what I mean? Like, we did the maps, and we're doing our effective DPS is 4. Right? Like 4 DPS. You can't do anything against this. Oh! Another champion that is brain dead as well is Set 1-on-1 with lethal tempo. Even like a silver 4 player can beat a diamond player. Like, I played against silver 4 player, and I'm not very on top of my game right now. Normally I can deal with Set, but I mean, you have to understand, this is a silver player. If this guy was like if I play against silver Darius or Garen, they usually feed so hard. It's like they're like 5 levels down or something like that. They just feed so hard, it's ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? Or like Fiora is also kind of tricky to play against, even if you. But I mean, silver Set is like ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? It's just so stupid. I mean, he can outtrade you in a gigantic wave that is yours, on your side. Still outtrades you. And the stupidest shit is his shield. It's just so stupid. Well, not only does he, like, you can't really do damage to him, the damage he does is like 40% of your HP. Oh god. Oh god. Alright. Anyway, so this video is about, if you see Warwick, dodge the game. Alright, because you won't be able to do anything early game. Take care.